Okay, nerds, I have a really fun app I want to show you today called Scratch Junior, and you can use Scratch Junior to code your own games. It's so fun. Okay, Scratch Junior is a free app, and it's available for Apple or Android or Chrome, whatever you have available at your house. And I'm using it on an iPad today just in case this is a little bit different than what you're seeing. Okay, let's get started. We're going to click on this house right here, and that's going to bring us to our home where all of our projects are. If this is the first time you're opening Scratch Junior, you're probably going to have empty space right here. These are my projects that I've already been working on. If this is your first time too, you definitely want to check this question mark right up here. And this is going to have a little introduction video to Scratch and a bunch of cool sample projects for you to check out. For parents, if you want to check out this book over here, you've got a lot of great resources to help you as a parent. Okay, let's head back to our home where all of our projects live, and we are going to start a brand new project today by clicking this plus, and it's going to open up a new project. Awesome. All right, we've got our little Scratch cat in here, and I actually don't want to use the Scratch cat. He's super cute, but I'm going to press and hold right here on the side. I'm going to close out our cat. And then if I click the plus button here, I can choose any character I want. So I'm going to scroll in through here, and I think I want an astronaut today. So I'm going to click on that and bring that astronaut into my project. I can move him around anywhere in my project space. Okay, an astronaut is going to need I think an astronaut's going to need a friend. So let's grab something else. I know at the very bottom here, we've got a rocket, and an astronaut I think needs a rocket. So let's bring in a rocket into our project space. Okay, so let's take a look just really quick about our interface, which is all of the buttons and things we have all around to use. Okay, so right over here, this was where we grabbed our projects. We can go back home and look at any of our other projects. This is to make our projects full screen. So if I click on that, I can actually view our game or our project full screen, which is a lot of times really fun. I'm gonna click back here to shrink it down so we can work. This one's for a grid view, which we don't really need right now, but we do need this. This is to put in a new background. You see how our astronaut and our rocket are just in an empty blank page? Let's click on this and choose a new background. You could have yours go anywhere you want. I want our astronaut and our rocket to be on the moon. So now we have our astronaut and we have our rocket, and they are on the moon. Did you see how it put it over here? These are called our scenes. And so our scene 1 is now on the moon. If you do want to put another scene in later when you're working, you could press that plus and do a whole different scene, maybe at a different location. Okay, let's get started on our code. Now our code is our instructions that tell our astronaut or our rocket or whatever other items or characters we've pulled into this project, it tells them what to do. So right now our rockets is selected, and I know that because over here this is selected in orange, and also right down here I can see in our workspace we have a rocket. I don't want to code our rocket right now. I want to code our astronaut. So I'm going to click on our astronaut, and now the code, the instructions we're going to write is going to be for our astronaut. So let's go ahead and get started. By default, the first thing that's in here is your motion blocks. And your motion blocks are blue. That's this button right here, and it's going to give you all of your options for your motion blocks. So let's go ahead and make our astronaut move or have motion. So let's pull in this little arrow button. This little arrow piece of code, really. So this is going to make our astronaut move to the right 1 step. So if I click on this, it makes that happen. It moves to the right 1 step. If I pull this in, it's going to move to the left 1 step. But now I have moved to the right, then move to the left. So let's look at this. Move to the right, then move to the left. Right, then left. That's pretty fun. Okay, so let's actually change this. 1 step is not very far, so let's have our astronaut move a little bit farther. Let's have our astronaut go maybe 5 steps to the right and maybe 5 steps to the left. And then let's see what that looks like. Let's click on this to run our code. Oh, that's pretty fun. Okay, so there's a lot of other movements that our astronaut can have. Our astronaut can go up or down or spin to the right, spin to the left, jump, or go back to its starting position. Let's have our astronaut also jump. That's pretty fun. Let's click this and see what it looks like. Move to the right, move to the left, and jump. Ah, I love it. those are our motion blocks. Definitely put those in new patterns. Change how your values down here at the bottom, your numbers, to make them higher or lower and see what that does, and play with those motion blocks. Okay, these yellow blocks right here, let's click on that. That's going to give us some new options over here. So yellow blocks are called event blocks or trigger blocks. These start your code. Okay, we've been starting our code by clicking on the code itself, but you can have other things trigger your code, and this is especially helpful when you're in that full screen mode. So I'm gonna choose one of these in just a second. Let's look at what they are. We gotta start on green flag. Do you see this green flag up in the top? Also, when we click to full screen, that kind of starts your whole project. So at the very beginning, if you want our astronaut to go right away, start moving, check that green, pull that green flag down here. Instead, I'd rather have this one. This is when we click on our astronaut, then it's going to run this code. We click on our astronaut, it's going to move to the right, move to the left, and then jump. Okay, let's go ahead and full screen to just check this. Okay, so we're in full screen, and if I click on our astronaut, moves to the right, moves to the left, and then jumps. That's really fun. Okay, so let's go shrink this back down so we can continue to work. And let's try a new code type. Okay, so we've done this one. These are our event or trigger blocks. They're yellow. These are our motion blocks. They're blue. We've already covered that. And then we have our purple blocks, and these are looks blocks. These change what your character or item looks like. So we could have them have a speech bubble. This one says hi. Let's pull that out. So now our astronaut's going to move to the right, move to the left, jump, and then say hi. You could also have it grow. This means it grows, or it shrinks, or it goes back to normal size. This makes it disappear, and this makes it reappear. So a lot of these are really fun. So let's pull out the growing block just because it's funny. Okay, let's go back to full screen just so we can see it. See it big. Okay, now remember what the trigger block was? How do we start our code? We have to click on our astronaut. So let's click on our astronaut. Moves to the right, moves to the left, jumps, says hi, and grows. That's awesome. Okay, shrink it back down, and let's look at our code some more. Those are pretty fun. Okay, so the green blocks right here are sound blocks. You should definitely play with these on your own. You can have different sounds, or you can even record your own voice. It's really fun. All right, orange blocks. I love orange blocks, especially if you have some coding experience. These are the blocks that can really do some fun things. All right, so these are control blocks, and these blocks do several different things. We've got a wait block, we've got a stop block, we've got a speed block. This one's going to change your speed, and this is a repeat loop block. So this can make parts of your code happen again and again and again as many times as you want. So let's pull in a speed block, and let's put it right here at the beginning because I want our astronaut to go fast the whole time. Right now we're at a medium speed, but if we click on here, you'll see we're going to go slow, medium speed, which is what we have, or really fast. Do you want to go really fast? Yeah, I thought you did. All right, let's go really fast. Okay, so when we click our astronaut, it's going to really fast, go right, left, jump, say hi, and then grow. Let's see. Right, left, jump, hi, grow. Awesome. That was really fun. Okay, this is a repeat block, so you could pull this in and have parts of your code repeat. Now, you could put as much of your code inside this loop, it's called a loop, as you want. I actually just want the back and forth, right and left in our loop. Okay, so let's look at what this code tells us to do. When I click on my astronaut, I want it to move fast, and I want this section only right here. Go to the right, go to the left, go to the right, go to the left. Repeat 4 times. Then jump, then say hi, then grow. Should we try it? All right, let's see. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Jump, hi, grow. Oh, that was so fun. Okay, the very last type of code is the red ones, and they are our ending blocks. And you see how they would only fit like a puzzle piece only at the very end of your code? So this is just to stop it entirely, and this one's another repeat loop. So I can have this continue to repeat all of our code infinity times forever. That's great. Let's try it. Okay, let's go full screen because it's going to be... Actually, let's do it first here, and then we'll go full screen. Okay, let's click on our astronaut. Then right, left, right, left, right, left. 4 times. Jump high. Grow. Then starting over. Let's go full screen because it's extra fun. Oh my gosh. Do you think our astronaut's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger forever? Seems like yes. Awesome. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and stop our code. And we will go ahead and code our rocket. Do you want our rocket to blast off? How could you do that? Okay, if we click on our rocket, now we're doing code for our rocket. Do you think maybe we would use a motion block? Do you think we would use an event block to start our rocket launching? Oh man, there's so many options. Okay, I want you to go and work on a new project in Scratch Junior. You could do the same one as me, and then you could code the rocket to do something, or you could make a completely new project. There's so many things you can do in here. All right, have fun, nerds.